Hey guys, my name is Nuppy. Welcome back to another video. Last video, you guys absolutely demolished compared to everything else on my channel, so you really like that kind of content, so I'm gonna be delivering more of it for you. And before we get into the video, we're gonna have a look at this current map that I'm working on. Now, number one is that in this map is all about detail that I'm working on right now. Every single building that you see, obviously we're not done yet, but every single building that you see has a completely unique interior. Do this. Let's go into a couple of buildings here and I'm going to show you. We tried to make something that stood out in every single building. And then if we come over here to say this house, which is a family house, we have a totally and completely different feel to it. And I'm going to go over how to do this in this video. So this is the house that we're currently working with, and this is the house that we finished off in last time. And over the course of this series, we're going to transform this house into something amazing. Obviously, in this episode, we're going to work with the interior, so let's have a look inside and see what we're dealing with. Oh boy. So one bad thing about making your windows centered is that on the inside, you're going to end up having a lot of situations like this where your windows are going to be shoved in corners and it's a little bit harder to work with and it kind of just feels really weird. But what we can do here is distract. But before we even do anything, this is the very first step and it's basically the planning of your interior. You need to understand, okay, hold on, there's so many mobs. Okay, there's a lot of mobs taken care of. Before you get into anything, you want to look at your build and you want to understand what you're going for. Now, somebody commented on my last video saying that they use references when they're building, and this is an amazing trick. A lot of time, real artists, which, hey guys, this is Future Nuppy. I just wanted to remind you to hit that like button and subscribe. You are all so amazing and literally the best audience I could ever ask for. I live stream on Twitch, so if you want to go check that out, I'd really appreciate it. I don't have a stream schedule right now, but I'm just trying to get enough people together so I can figure it out. I stream pretty much every day, so if you could just go give that a follow and check that out, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you, bye. Believe me, building in Minecraft does take a lot of art and skill to it. A lot of artists are going to use a reference image so they can see what they're trying to build off of. And this is fantastic. This is great. This is a good thing to do when you're building. So keep in mind what your build is, how you want to build the interior, and start thinking about what you're going to be doing with the interior. Like, I already know that this is a kind of like a family house. It's kind of rustic, so it's not going to have a lot of super modern furniture. And I already know that before I even get started, before I even place a block in the interior, I know that that's what I want to do. But be mindful of it. You don't need to sit down with Red Wool and plan out your build and things like that, but you do want to be mindful of what you're building. And I always like using slabs because sometimes I like putting in basements, so I just have really gotten into the habit of that. But the second tip is you're going to want to basically frame and section off your floors. Basically what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to section off your house and work in smaller spaces, because obviously if you're working with something like this is huge. You can get overwhelmed sometime, but a room like this you can focus on and put more of your effort into, opposed to just looking at this and figuring out what you're going to do. Okay, so I've kind of worked out a little bit for the bottom floor what I want to do, and also realize that you can add other rooms when you're doing your interior. You're not limited to the exterior that you chose. Your interior should conform to your exterior as far as like windows and detailing and stuff, but rooms and stuff is a totally different story. You can add as many rooms as you want. Another thing I like to do with my interiors a lot is change up the roof, and I'm a big fan of one of these kinds of roofs, like where it kind of starts out slanting and it comes like this. I don't know why, I just like doing my interior roofs like this. So something that I realized that I accidentally did was I put the floor for the second room one block lower than it should be. So I guess this is going to be an example of how to go around that, like how to deal with something that you've messed up on. Okay, so I basically have everything planned out exactly how I want it. And so now this brings us into the next step, which is detailing. Now, detailing covers quite a wide array of topics, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically just detail how I would detail my exterior, and I'm going to do that on the interior. So logs and sectioning off the wall helps me a lot, but another thing is furniture. Furniture is a very, very good way to aid with your detailing. So I'm gonna grab some candles for light. Lanterns are good, but they're a bit too bright for my liking, because if I'm going for something kind of medieval, I like to use candles, really. I'll do a little bit more sectioning off here. I might add a little closet or something to this area. Bookshelves are another huge one. Armor stands, they're good. And then I'm gonna take some spruce stairs and slabs and fences and pressure plates, and we're just gonna have a lot of fun with this. Okay, so we have everything detailed here. Everything's detailed, everything's good, blah, blah, blah. So now what? I still feel like something's missing to my interior, so what is it? And honestly, my advice to you is good luck figuring it out, because the final step is final touches. You literally just go through your build and nitpick at it until you are finally like okay with everything. So I mean, really, you could just click off the video now and you know, run away with your 3 tips that I've taught you. However, I'm gonna give you a couple of tips that I've learned just, I guess, through the years. So I'm gonna use brown because I kind of like brown. I like gray. Gray's good too, but for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna use brown. For carpets, if you want to integrate some wool into the floor and then come over it with carpet, it actually makes it look a lot more rugged. And the best little design is what I like to call the fish. When you're covering an area like this, you can kind of like it's hard to get it to match correctly. Like there's this little straggle piece over here and it's not really kind of combined with everything, but then that looks a little too uniform. And so what we're gonna do is the method that I call the fish. So when you need a carpet, you're gonna punch out a 2x2 hole, and then you're gonna add the tail, and there's your fish. And it just looks the most uniform in a space that's kind of closed off. Obviously, I don't want to put this right here, so I'm going to leave my carpet here, and it works. I mean, that's what I like doing. For my little, I'm gonna add this here. This is the kitchen. I'm actually quite happy with the kitchen. This is a bottom slab, so I can't put anything up here, so I just have it look like I can put stuff up here. The walls are a little bare, so I might slap a painting on, because hey, listen, paintings are good. I like them. I honestly do. If you don't like them, that's fine, but I think they're not bad. I feel like I have done better interiors, but I wanted to make it a little bit more unique and kind of challenge myself for the video, and I'm content with it. I really am. The video is just kind of here for the tips. This is not what I would call like masterful, but for the purpose of this video, I think it checks out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hide a secret message in this house, and if you want to, in 1.19.2 you can download the map and check it out for yourself. It'll be in the description of the video, and if you can tell me this hidden message, you're gonna get a prize in the next video. But that's gonna do it for this video. So if you guys do enjoy, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because as always, I pin my favorite comment from the last video. And so you gotta be fast, you gotta be quick. All right, you gotta be quick on the draw, man. But if you continue to enjoy these series that I do, make sure that you comment and smash the like button, but I will see you guys later. Goodbye. One last secret tip for those of you who have stayed till the end. You put string on cobblestone, it pops up, and it just adds a little bit of spice to your build. But don't tell anybody I told you that. You guys are the real G. Thanks. Bye for real.